your experience with soccer, did it give you any kind of like life lessons that you kind of take with, your personal life, your professional life, what you're doing now?
Of course. I mean, like I said, right, I've been playing since I can remember. I was like 6 years
Hmm.
old, and I owe everything to it, man. The whole experience is just taught me at an early age. It taught me how to make friends, how to socialize, how to be a part of a team. It's just the foundations, and then from there, it gives you confidence. It gives you a source of an identity. Like in high school, like I was a soccer guy. The guy who plays
That's right.
soccer. It's
Yeah.
just something that it's a character builder thing, and it gives you something that you like. At the end of the day, like that's me and that's who I am. And a
Yeah.
lot of people don't have that for a long time, and they're trying to figure out that path. So I was given that man, it's true.
Yeah.
And a
Yeah.
lot of people, and now that I stopped playing, I'm kind of going through that now, like where I
Wow.
played my whole life. I just finished university. Now I'm working, and I'm not that soccer guy anymore. Like I don't
Yeah.
play anymore. So it's like a process of refining myself. But there's a quote that Ronaldinho has that I love, and it says, "I learned all about life with a ball at my feet." And I know what he
Mm.
means, man. Like, it's you learn, let's say you lose a game, you learn how to lose, you learn how to take that. If
Of
you
course.
play a bad game, you learn how to deal with that. If you maybe, get subbed off and you get benched for a game, you learn how to take that. And then you learn how to win gracefully. You win a trophy, you know what it means to win. Like it's just
Yeah.
so many things you learn, dedication, going to training every day, working hard, you learn discipline, you learn there's just honestly I can talk for hours about the things that I don't think it's necessarily specific to soccer, just sport in general.
Yeah.
That sport can teach someone, a young man, a young girl. Um, and yeah, I owe a lot of my life. Like even when I'm applying for jobs now, first thing they say is, "Oh, you played varsity soccer, you played a sport." And then they love hearing that because of all the things I said, right? They know that means you
Of
have
course.
teamwork, you have
Yeah.
leadership, all those different things. So yeah, man, honestly, like it saddens me that it's over. And now that as I get older, it's like a different phase where, I start to appreciate, I've always appreciated watching it, but now like that's really all I have is watching it. And I'm like, it's just, it grows with you, and it changes as you get older, and you like to love the game that you have. But man, I owe everything to it. I am the person I am today because I played soccer growing up, and I was, involved in it.
Yeah. That's some powerful stuff. And I had a feeling you'd say that because, again, just witnessing, you through the years playing the sport and, hearing your family, like what you played more advanced levels of soccer, and not to shit on, the current generation or just the climate, the social climate, but, we live in a world now where the participation trophies, everybody's a winner, and, I didn't mean to beat you and all that crap. But
Yeah, yeah.
you were raised in a way, right? Even though you're the youngest and you would be considered, I guess, like a Gen Z, you still had that mentality brought down from your father of, you lose, you take it like a man, and you show up to the next game.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So I think that's very important. And like you said, like a life lesson is humbling you, right? That's why you're such a modest, humble guy. You're not fanatical or you're not like full of yourself, is because you've been through those losses as much as you've been through the wins,
100%, man.
and you
I've
and
seen
you
it
take it
all.
to real life. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, like my story is even a unique one if you really want to dive into it. Where, um, at a young age, when I was 12, 13 years old, I was cut from my team. For example,
Oh
like
wow.
a lot of people even experience that. That's something I had
Right.
to deal with. Huge ego destroyer right there. Kind of having to
Yeah.
take that
Yeah.
at that age too, right?
Yeah.
And then a few years later, I end up, playing at a national level and winning the trophies, and it's just that kind of roller coaster of emotions. Just taught me everything. Taught me about all the things you just said. Being humble and knowing how to win, knowing how to lose, things like that. So
Yeah, and it thickens your skin, right? Like it prepares you for life events that if you do reach disappointments or rejections, like that's a huge thing what you just mentioned. When you're really young like that, especially if you make friends and then you get cut from the team. I've witnessed that myself, or experienced that myself, I should say personally. Um, it breaks your heart, but it kind of prepares you for life because life isn't guaranteed. Life isn't sweet.
to be
There's
honest,
always things, right?
yeah. If I didn't get cut from that team, I don't think I would have became the player I was after. Like,
Nice.
I ended up like growing exponentially because it kind of gave me that drive. And like at the time, I didn't understand that. Now when I reflect back,
Right.
honestly, I don't know if I would have been able to be as good as I was afterwards because I would after that day when I got cut, I would train on my own. I'd go for runs. I'd go to practice. I'd do everything I could just because like I had that happen to me. I understood
Yeah.
that you
Yeah.
have to work for it.
Proud of you, buddy. Yeah, I'm proud of you that you said that, man, and you're self-aware to. A lot of people would be in denial or angry, like, "Oh, I got cut. Like, what the
At the
hell?"
time, I
Right? But you,
was. For
At the
sure, at
time,
the
for
time,
sure.
man.
But I'm saying is now I'm happy you had that moment. I think it's very healthy that you realize, hey, it made me better. And I think a lot of us, especially as a creative myself, struggle with that. I still do. Like there's moments that I get rejected from things, where in the moment it hurts me. But as I keep going, right, as I stay positive, I look back and I say, hey, happened for a reason, right? Or else I wouldn't have encountered this. So life has an interesting way of working itself out. You just got to be patient with it, and you got to stay true to yourself. And I think that's what you did, right? As a soccer player, is always keeping authentic to the game, and it was never about the vanity or the ego.
Definitely, man. It's like at the end of the day, I mean, it was a lot of, I keep saying it, right? Because there was a delicate age for that to happen, right? Where at first I wanted to quit soccer and that was my first reaction. I'm
Yeah,
not good enough, this and that. And then, you just kind of get back to the basics and you remember why you're doing it. And it's just because when I'm bored, even till this day, when I have a few weeks off or on a Sunday morning, I'm just going to grab a ball and go play, like, by myself. That's just me. That's what I enjoy doing.
yeah.
That's my pastime. That's my hobby. And that's kind of what you got to stick with in times like that. It's, you just got to remember that this is my passion, this is what I do, and whether I do good or bad, I just enjoy doing it, and I'm going to do it anyways.